breaking news. A Hillsdale County Sheriff's deputy has been killed in the line of duty. State police say it all unfolded at around 2:45 this afternoon during a traffic stop in Ocio. Now, the driver, Eric Fiddler, shot the deputy and ran off, leading to an hours-long manhunt. When law enforcement officers found Fiddler at around 6:15 this evening, he shot at them and they fired back, killing him. News 10's Jordan Burrell was there for the manhunt and the sad conclusion. She reports from Hillsdale County.
At this time, there's no threat to the public. Fiddler is deceased, and there's no one else outstanding or that was involved in this situation.
The suspect, who was considered armed and dangerous, had fled on foot after shooting and killing a Hillsdale County Sheriff's deputy Thursday afternoon. Police made initial contact with the suspect, Eric Fiddler, at Beecher and Lamb Roads in Hillsdale for what started as a traffic stop believed to be related to another investigation.
I made contact with the subject. There was when an attempt to, I believe, to take the subject into custody. Subject produced a handgun and shot the deputy. And then the subject fled on foot. Unfortunately, the deputy did not survive, and he passed away.
The deputy was taken to Hillsdale Hospital. Police can't confirm if that is where he succumbed to his injuries.
So we're all hurting. But we know Hillsdale County Sheriff's Department is really hurting tonight because they lost a brother. So it affects all of us.
Hillsdale is a small community and word travels fast. Shantae Foster lives in the house closest to the active scene. She says she was at work when she was flooded by calls of concern.
It hits hard. It hits everybody very hard because everybody is so close-knit. It's not a fun experience. It's not something we want here.
At 6:15 p.m., police caught up with Fiddler, attempting to just take him into custody. He fired at law enforcement, to which they fired back. Foster was at home, outside, as the exchange went down.
My hands have been shaking ever since I found out about the shooting and how close it was to home. I have been on a constant anxiety roll.
A tight-knit community rocked with a devastating loss of one of their own.
My condolences to the family of the officer that passed away today. I am very sorry for your loss.
Reporting in Hillsdale, Jordan Burrell, News 10.
And News 10 reached out to Fiddler's ex-wife. She exchanged messages with us through social media, saying he was a loving father and she did not know him to act violently. She says she is sorry for the officer's family and sends her prayers.
A mid-Michigan community in mourning tonight, remembering William Butler Jr., the Hillsdale County Sheriff's deputy, was shot and killed in the line of duty yesterday afternoon. Good evening. I'm David Andrews.
And I'm Ann Emmerich. The sheriff says Butler worked for the department for more than 20 years and served the community in many other ways. News 10's Aaron Bowling joins us from Hillsdale with more on his legacy.
The community has been very quick to respond to the loss of Deputy Butler. They've been setting up a memorial outside of the sheriff's office and bringing by food, flowers, and monetary donations for his family.
Bill was a great man. He was military. He was an officer. He was a family man. He did real estate. He was very active in our community. He was the first one to help anybody.
William Butler, a man who positively impacted so many, taken far too soon. Deputy Butler leaves behind his 5 children, his wife, and a community that loved him dearly.
It's sad that this had to happen. He was a great friend, strong, great, loving, caring.
Amazing, wonderful. He always smiled. He was always giving good advice.
A Hillsdale native and the first officer to die in the line of duty at their department in nearly 100 years. A community member is organizing a vigil for Deputy Butler, currently planned for July 4th at 8 p.m. at the sheriff's office.
The man was a hero. I hope his children see him as a true hero of Hillsdale County. I feel like the whole community right now is mourning.
Keep the Butler family in your prayers. We'll do everything and anything we can for his wife and children. They will be taken care of. I can guarantee you that.
The sheriff says a memorial is tentatively being planned for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week at Hillsdale College. He also says a memorial fund is being organized to raise money for his family through a local credit union or bank. The sheriff says information for both will be made available on their Facebook page as soon as plans are finalized. In Hillsdale, Aaron Bowling, News 10.
And News 10 will keep you updated as we learn more about the memorial and fundraising efforts. The dangers of working in law enforcement are ever present, and traffic stops can present a unique challenge for officers. Even with training, law enforcement never knows what can happen when they stop someone. Lieutenant Renee Gonzalez with Michigan State Police says if you're pulled over, cooperating with police is the best way to keep yourself and the officers safe.
Just comply. Everybody wants to go home. We want them to go home. We do not want to hurt anybody.
Deputy Butler is the second sheriff's deputy to be killed in the line of duty in Michigan in less than a week. Last Saturday, Oakland County Deputy Bradley Reckling was shot and killed while tailing a suspected stolen SUV. Officials say the car suddenly stopped and opened fire on Reckling.
A blessing to know. He was a great person, and he's going to be very, very missed.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Connell. Deanna is off tonight. An emotional day today as Deputy William Butler, who was shot and killed Thursday afternoon, was escorted to a funeral home in Hillsdale. Hundreds lined the streets to honor the fallen officer. Officers from around the state were there to escort Deputy Butler. According to Michigan State Police, Deputy Butler was conducting a traffic stop on Thursday. Deputies attempted to arrest Eric Fiddler, but Fiddler fought back. Fiddler then pulled out a handgun and began firing, hitting Butler. Deputies returned fire and Fiddler ran. Fiddler was eventually found and killed by officers. The community has come together in the aftermath, including those who didn't know Deputy Butler.
I didn't know Officer Butler personally, but I thank him for his service, and I thank his family for giving their loved one for us and for our protection. And I just want to show my respect and my thankfulness to Officer Butler and the sacrifice he made, and to this entire community of all of our officers and our firemen and our EMTs. I just thank them for taking such good care of us.
State police are still investigating the shooting of Deputy Butler.
A 21-gun salute honoring Iraqi war veteran and Hillsdale County Sheriff's Deputy Bill Butler, his family, his community, and his sisters and brothers in blue, saying goodbye to their fallen hero. Officers from around the Midwest, around the country, descending upon the small city of Hillsdale to support the family of fallen Deputy Bill Butler.
Deputy Butler was shot and killed in the line of duty during a routine traffic stop last week. News 10's Riley Connell was in Hillsdale today for the moving tribute.
More than just a hero to his community, Hillsdale Sheriff's Deputy William Butler was a hero to his country.
Deputy Butler, during his time with the Hillsdale County Sheriff's Office, conducted his duties with honor, integrity, and selflessness. He was the model deputy. I couldn't ask for anything else than any deputy that we ever hired.
Killed in the line of duty, Captain Kevin Bradley says Butler's loss left the Hillsdale community grief-stricken. Now, almost a week after his death, law enforcement and military officials line up to pay their respects at Hillsdale College Christ Chapel. First responders came from every corner of the state of Michigan and beyond.
Visitation for Deputy Butler, there's Dallas PD, Bristol, Tennessee PD. It's just amazing the amount of, I think we underestimated the number of agencies that are going to actually be. We estimated 2,500 people total, we thought, and I think we're going to be well above that.
A beloved father, husband, son, and fellow officer, gone but never forgotten. In Hillsdale, Riley Connell, News 10.
And if you'd like to donate money to help the Butler family, you can do so at any Fifth Third Bank branch. A fund for Bill and Sarah Butler is set up in Kelly Martin's name. Tell the bank teller that and then let them know it's account number 5870. Amazing grace on the bagpipes as a crowd of bowed heads say their final goodbyes to Hillsdale County Sheriff's Deputy William Butler. Good evening. I'm Ann Emmerich.
And I'm David Andrews. Deputy Bill Butler was shot and killed in the line of duty last week while conducting a traffic stop. Tonight, News 10's Riley Connell is in Hillsdale to share how this fallen lawman is being remembered.
It is a day of mourning here in Hillsdale County as friends, family, loved ones, and law enforcement from every corner of the state of Michigan have come out to honor and lay to rest Deputy William Butler, a sheriff's deputy who was killed in the line of duty last week.
We are grateful for the show of support from everyone and the solidarity of this thin blue line that is extremely thick when events like these happen.
A fallen hero of county and country finds his final resting place in a community he served for decades.
Words such as tragic, senseless, evil, calculated, and sickening are a few words that describe our feelings outwardly. Inwardly, we're crushed, we're empty, devastated.
A pain and loss felt by the thousands of people who came to pay their respects to Hillsdale Sheriff's Deputy William Butler. Butler was honored as an officer, veteran, father, husband, and son, with the playing of taps, a 21-gun salute, and a sorrowful Amazing Grace.
We'll never be the same. We can't be. But I truly believe tragedies like this make an office stronger, as well as the community coming together.
Deputy Butler was finally laid to rest at Lakeview Cemetery in Hillsdale. Community members and fellow law enforcement say this is a difficult time for the Hillsdale community, but they're ready to make it through together. In Hillsdale, Riley Connell, News 10.